Okay, so we asked a question today to a few hundred students, and the question was the following scenario. You are sitting in shul, you're sitting at synagogue, and you have a glass filled with water or with Coke, I think is actually the example that I gave, and you put it on the bench next to you, put it on the chair next to you. Your friend comes to talk to you, and he or she sits on that bench. The cup smashes to the ground and is shattered. The shul is quite distraught because now they have one less glass. Who is obligated to pay for that broken glass? Is it the person who smashed the glass, the second guy, or is it the person who placed the glass upon the chair? I have not had time to go over all the texts to see which person explained it in the most correct way. By 2 a.m. bli neder, that'll be done. But I believe that the answer is the following. The first person, halacha, is are you obligated to look out for things that are on the ground when you're walking? To trip over? No, not at all. Meaning you should, there's no reason why on the ground you should be putting things, your glasses. Person puts a pair of glasses on the ground, you break someone's glasses, even though adam mu'ad la'olam, you put something on the ground, it's there's chazaka. You're not supposed to place things there. I would imagine that would also apply to chairs and benches as well. You do not place things that are breakable or things at all on a chair. People sit there. Are you obligated to look to see if something is different before you sit there? I don't believe so. Therefore, it would be the first person's obligation, responsibility to compensate the shul for the broken glass, broken cup. What were to happen? A second person were to see it and were to ignore it, then for sure the second person will become responsible. It can't be like, oh, I see someone's glass there, but I know I can't break it and I won't be responsible. It doesn't quite work that way. You actually would be mechuyav to compensate the shul for the broken glass. That is today's Tuesday texting short challenge. I want you to know I spoke this morning after the 6:30 minyan, and I prefaced with, if any one of you have students on campus, they're not allowed to tell them the question nor the answer. So I'm glad to hear that I don't think anyone's father gave it away this morning after minyan. So way to go, all the fathers who stuck around long enough to the Dvar Torah and who were able to withhold the information from the children. That is the second last Torah Texting Tuesday challenge of the semester. Thank you. Have a good day.